Michael Jordan going back to help. That was free. Gerald Wilkins at the top, or whoever's on the top of the floor for the open jumper.
Horace Grant to Scottie Pippen. Big matchup here. McDaniel and Pippen. Jackson on Paxson. 5 seconds to shoot. Jordan on the fadeaway. Rebound. Patrick Ewing.
That's the type of tempo that New York wants to face. They'd like for Chicago to use a lot of the 24-second shot clock before they get a shot up at the basket.
Knicks 2-0. Ewing in and out of there. Chicago. The rebounding strength of the front line of New York is evident. 11.6 per game for Ewing, 11.0 for Oakley, 9 a game for McDaniel. All three are in the top 20 in rebounding in the playoffs. Horace Grant wide open. Rebound McDaniel.
You're not going to see many fast breaks in New York unless it's just there, the opportunity there. They're going to bring the ball down the floor. They're going to use the clock. They'd like to keep their turnovers down, get a good shot every time down the floor, then maybe a second or third opportunity. There's the double team. Wilkins again, wide open.
And he knocks it down. 2 for 2 from the, as you pointed out early, New York has to shoot well from the perimeter, and they're doing that at least early. And Phil Jackson gets a very early timeout here, only a minute and a half into the game.
Well, I think what they're going to talk about is the double teams. Michael came all the way across the floor, and I don't know if he's the designated guy right now. You see Phil talking to Michael. In many instances against Ewing, you like to spin him outside. And I know when I was here in Chicago, you bring a guy down from behind him. You bother his shot from behind him. But Ewing was able to easily spot Wilkins twice. Now here comes Michael. You're going to see he's across the floor. Here comes a double team. Now see, Ewing is facing him. So he saw Michael coming the whole way. I don't think Phil wants him to double unless Ewing, his back is turned. Because once he saw Michael coming, he saw the double team through Wilkins with an easy shot.
21 on the shot clock for the Bulls, trailing 4-0. Opening moments, first quarter from Chicago Stadium. Cartwright gets inside, is hammered by Oakley.
That's going to be 2 shots in the ball. We already see the presence of Charles Oakley inside. So it's a flagrant foul. It's going to be 2 shots in possession. We saw this in the Detroit series. Early in the game, Charles Oakley did the same thing to Rodman. You see it right there. You know, a lot of people feel that the rule says if you're going for the ball, it's okay. Bob, it's any unnecessary foul, anything considered unnecessary or extra rough, where it's flagrant. If it's too rough, it could be flagrant and an ejection. You see Charles Oakley, Phil Jackson now on the sideline. You know, a lot of people felt that Oakley would not play the same way against Chicago as he did against Detroit because he used to play for this team and that these guys are his friends. Well, from the looks of that first play, I don't think that's going to be the case.
You got that right. Cartwright misses them both. He only shot 50% in the Miami series.
Bill's free throws have gone way down. He used to be around an 80%er. He is slipping.
Jordan misses. Grant with an offensive rebound. Ewing raked it away, and the Knicks on the run. McDaniel. Now Jordan on the run. Has Pippen. He's fouled and will go to the line.
So that's what New York has to be very careful about. A transition shot. Xavier McDaniel took the jump shot. It was not a bad shot, but the difference, you've got Michael Jordan rebounding and now throwing out to Pippen on the fast break. This is what Chicago wants to do. So anytime the outside shot is taken, they're going to have one or maybe 2 guys back to protect against this. You want Scottie Pippen shooting jumpers.
The Bulls' first point of this game comes 2 minutes and 4 seconds in.
I think you're going to see Chicago try to put a little pressure up the floor also. After free throws, see if Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright come up the floor. I think they feel that they can force New York into some turnovers.
I had the Chicago-Miami game 3 down in Miami, and Miami had a 17-point first quarter lead as the Bulls came out, perhaps overconfident, and then came back and won that ball.
See, Charles Oakley's going to handle the basketball. You've got Horace Grant at 16 who's exceptionally quick. You see a lot of this with Cleveland also, too. They like to bring Larry Nance or Hot Rod Williams up just to make teams use shot clock.
Mark Jackson with 5 seconds to shoot. 3, 2. Wilkins misses the 3. Ewing's steals the offensive board.
Nice pass.
McDaniel.
They're going to call an offensive foul. This is a late call. I don't know who this is against.
Well, Scottie Pippen was pushed almost off the floor and slid right out of there.
Oakley on Charles Oakley. Trying to go number 34. It's like the play was suspended there for a while. Here's the shot. It's missed. You go up right there. Now it looks like he has the shot. Scottie's out. The ball goes in. Now you see the whistle. That was a late call.
Didn't see it. Oh! Grant is fouled by Patrick Ewing. So that's 2 fouls early on Charles Oakley. Ewing picks up his first foul. And here comes more muscle into the game in the form of Anthony Mason for Oakley. And a lot of folks around the country probably don't know Anthony Mason very well, but he's significant.
This substitution will not hurt New York. Mason is as big and strong as Oakley and quicker and a better offensive player. So they've got a very fine backup in his play.
Horace Grant shot. He missed it. Pippen's tipping and it's tied at 4.
As play went on, the Knicks and Bulls kept it close. We pick up the action with 3 minutes 41 left in the first period and a 14-14 tie.
Tied at 14 following the Pat Riley timeout. Let's see what the Knicks do offensively. They isolate Jackson to back Paxson into the paint.
I like that because Mark Jackson is about 6'3", 6'4". He has the advantage over Paxson. I always felt that Mark Jackson's toughest shot was that little floating half hook in the lane. So I like that strategy to go at John Paxson a little bit inside.
Paxson's first foul of the ball game. While we watch the free throws, I'll remind you this program is in the broadcasting rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Now, Bob, one thing that we've seen early in the ballgame with Pat Riley, in Los Angeles, he had a veteran team. He did not take as many timeouts. He thought that his veteran players could play through the excitement of the crowd. With this team, he uses more timeouts. The minute Chicago tied the game, he took a quick timeout.
Jordan gets past Wilkins, the fadeaway. Rattles home. The Bulls started 1 of 9 from the field, have now hit their last 6 field goal attempts. Fouls on Chicago. Scottie Pippen.
That's going to be, what, his second foul? He got one on the double team.
Correct.
That's his second foul. That's something we have to keep our eye focused on because Chicago cannot lose Jordan or Pippen. You can talk about any other players out on the floor, but those two guys are basically the heart and soul of everything Chicago wants to do offensively and defensively as Cliff Levingson's getting ready to check in.
Knicks are going to make some changes too. Jackson and Wilkins go out, and in come Starks and Anthony. Greg Anthony, the rookie from UNLV, and John Starks, one of the surprises of the league, has played very, very well against Chicago and has played well in the playoffs against Detroit. Starks wears number 3. Anthony wears number 2.
Pat Riley likens John Starks younger Michael Cooper, except he feels like he has a better upside offensively. Feels like defensively he can start to give you some of that rangy defense that Cooper used to always give. Trouble.
Jordan misses the jumper on the wing.
When New York did a good job getting back quickly enough to prevent a layup, forced the jump shot.
Tied at 16. Starks whacks Paxson and then drains the jumper.
Very streaky offensive player. There's a technical foul, I think, on Paxson.
Well, Paxson thought Starks had put his shoulder into it and knocked him down. Ed T. Rush with the tee, and Starks will shoot it for the Knicks.
Ed T. Rush with the tee. You think his middle name is technical?
Former coach, you'd know that better than me. Did he ever call one on you?
Not on me.
There you go. I think from now on it will be a technical run.
John Paxson, pretty good defense there. Thought that John Starks had lowered his left shoulder, did not get the call, and Starks buried the open jump shot. John Starks, again, now very streaky offensive player. He hit 8 3-pointers against Chicago this year in Madison Square Garden.
Tremendous athlete. He was in the slam dunk competition in Orlando this year. 3-point Knicks lead, 2:32 to go, first quarter. Bulls with 5 to shoot. 4.